Okay, we're good. So as Mr. Cox said, we're going to be continuing our analysis of quotes from Night. And we're going to start by looking at context, paraphrase, significance. Sound familiar? We're going to do an outline, looking for the context, paraphrase, and significance of a few quotes, and then we'll use that outline to build our paragraph. So, I'll let
Okay,
Cox
so
change the slide.
you should be getting a paper. Just a minute for me. Here we go.
All right, looks like this. Is the pen turned on to right?
Yeah. Just over here, other over here.
Okay.
And the pen's right there.
Cool. Let's do that. And do you have the ominous slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So, our paragraph today is going to be about how Elie Wiesel uses figurative language to make an ominous move. Raise your hand if you've heard the word ominous before. Okay, a few of you. So to start with, I want you to turn and talk to a partner about this word ominous. Use it in a sentence. For example, the haunted house was ominous because, think about it. Think about what you're going to tell your partner. Or maybe, Mom told me to clean my room in an ominous tone. So, and you see we're using the pen. So, because, but because so, right? So with your partner, take 1 minute to finish that sentence. Figure out what ominous means. Go.
Ominous means scary. Okay, the haunted house was ominous because it was so scary. Mom told me to clean my room in a ominous tone, so I got scared.
Here, the ominous makes it serious. Scary. So here, in this title, ominous makes it serious.
Oh, the haunted house was ominous because the haunted house was ominous because it was really, really scary and haunted. That's what. I like that kind of.
Did you share out an example, Nisha?
What do you think, Reggie?
I have one for the night.
For the mom told me in an ominous tone. How would you finish the sentence?
I said mom told me in an ominous tone,
So how would
I
you
got
use ominous?
scared. Yeah. Remember you said you was gonna bring the book for me like that? I think I never got it.
What else? Look at the sentence starters. How would you finish the sentence?
You gonna bring it to me Friday?
What do you think ominous has to do with night?
I mean,
What do you think ominous has to do with night?
that
How's
was
it gonna
something
back?
scary's gonna happen.
So,
No, what's happening in the book?
It was scared that they might die in the concentration camp.
Yeah. So the author's going to give us some ominous foreshadowing about what's going to happen to them.
change the slide.
Okay, yep, bring it back in. So, quiet raised hand, who wants to share out one of their partner's sentences? Destiny?
My mom yelled at me in an ominous tone, so I got scared.
So I got scared. I heard Destiny say, my mom told me to clean my room in an ominous tone, so I got scared. So ominous has something to do with being scared, being scary. Who else has another example of using the word ominous? Quiet raised hand? Quiet raised hand? Nichelle?
Mine was the haunted house was
Speak up, right here.
the haunted house was Was it ominous?
Ominous, yep.
Ominous because it was so scary.
Because it was so scary. It was dark, it was gloomy. Devon, I heard you use an example over there. Crystal, do you want to share out Devon's example? Oh, this is your own? Okay. It was very ominous when you were driving home at night, when you were walking home. Dark, maybe a little creepy. Devon?
I read a book called Ominous.
The Ominous Omnibus, is that the Lemony Snicket book?
I don't know.
Is it a series of unfortunate events?
Yes.
Yes. So,
I saw the movie in 2004.
Michael says he saw the movie. Okay, good. We're making connections. So what can we say ominous means with the sign on his hand? Jerry, you want to take a stab?
It means mysterious.
Yes, that's a great synonym for ominous, mysterious. Devon,
I don't know.
you build onto it.
Oh man, frightening.
Frightening, good.
Scary.
Destiny?
Scary.
Scary. Mysterious, frightening, scary. That's going to be the theme of today. So we're going to look, number one, our first quote, context, paraphrase, significance. Here we go. Who wants to read the quote for us? Sign on his hand. Anyone who hasn't spoken yet? Senior volunteers? We've got to have that. Come on, thank you for volunteering. Go ahead. Read them all.
The race towards death has begun.
The race toward death has begun, and we can find that on page
10.
So everyone open your book to page 10.
Oh, I left my
Look
book
back
in
at the
here.
quote. Page 10, silently.
Okay, if you don't have a book, raise your fist.
Mr. Cox, I left my book in your room
Okay, raise your fist if you don't have a book.
Okay. Do you have extras, Mr. Cole? Not. I found them here. Destiny, why don't you take mine? I like it has the teacher notes in it.
Okay, so
And
you guys
Devon.
share?
She wrote in this
Thank
book
you.
though.
Being a good sport. So, what is the context? Reviewing. Who can tell me what the context is? Devon. What is a context, just apart from this quote?
To me, context.
The context of a quote. What is define context, I should say?
That's like, it's supposed to be like intense or something that builds on tension.
Builds on, yes. Context is what's happening in the story
Oh yeah, somebody.
before it begins.
That.
So we want to look at what's happening in the story about 2 sentences before the quote. So we're going to back it up. Here's the quote. Have we all found the quote?
No.
At the bottom of the page. The race toward death has begun. I'm going to back it up 2 paragraphs.
On the 7th day of Passover, the curtain.
So look at on the 7th day. Raise your hand if you're lost. On the 7th day. Okay. So I'm going to read over Destiny's shoulder here. Follow along. Got it? Good. On the 7th day of Passover, the curtain finally rose. The Germans arrested the leaders of the Jewish community. From that moment on, everything happened very quickly. The race toward death had begun. So our context is what happened in the story right before this quote. Devon?
They arrested the Jewish leaders, so they sent wasted death.
They arrested the Jewish leaders. Yes. So remember when we are taking our outline, we don't need to write this whole big sentence. So we don't need to quote it. I'm going to abbreviate it. Copy what I have down. I'll model this first one for you, then we'll try the second one together. So I have Germans arrest Jews. You studied that in world history?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is the first part of the Holocaust. First, they arrest the Jews. They were celebrating Passover, which is a holiday, having a good time. Uh-oh, now we're all arrested. What's going on here? So that's our context for this quote, the race toward death has begun. Next one, or Devon saying, paraphrase. What is a paraphrase? Who can define paraphrase for me? Destiny?
Like the explanation of the quote.
Explanation of the quote. Paraphrase is put it in your own words.
You explaining it.
So that means we have to go back up to the quote. Okay, what does this mean in your own words? The race toward death has begun. Well, Germans are starting to arrest Jews.
Death is about to begin.
Yes, the good times for the Jews are over, right? They're not going to be happy anymore. So I'm going to use our symbol no. Remember the circle with the line through it? No more good times for Jews. They've been having a good holiday with their families. There's a change happening now. No. Remember this means no. I'm going to write it in the side. If you need to remind yourself, write it in your margin and equals no. No or not. No, not. Okay, everyone has that written down. Now the last one is the significance. This is the most important part. The significance is why this quote matters to the rest of the story. So what's the theme of our paragraph today? That word we talked about? The word we talked about at the beginning, what's the theme of our paragraph?
Ominous.
Ominous, right. What does this have to do with something ominous, scary, threatening? Significance? Devon, want to take a guess?
Yeah. Ominous.
Yep. What's the significance of this quote? What does it have to do with the story?
Because the Germans, not Germans, Jews like scared because they said something about death, so now they're scared.
Right. So for the significance, we could put things are quickly getting worse. We're not casually strolling toward death, right? We're not walking toward death, we're racing toward death. This is going to happen fast. Things get worse. And then I'm going to draw my arrow to show what's going to happen. Jews will be killed, right? Because we know that because it says death. Things get worse, Jews will be killed. Coming back to you from what we did earlier in the week with the context, paraphrase, significance. Yeah? Good. Now we're going to try the next quote. This will be on page 11. All ready to move on? Good. See everyone's pencils ready. Books open. Excellent. On page 11, the quote is, "Poor father, of what then did you die?" Poor father, of what then did you die? You know, it's ominous because it's got the death thing again. Key word there. But what's this about? What are we going to have to do for the context?
Go up. Read why?
Read what?
Read before the quote.
As Destiny said, yep, read before the quote. Back it up, back it up, back it up, right?
Uh-huh.
We need to find out what this quote is about. So quietly to yourself, read the 2 paragraphs before this quote. Raise your hand if you're not sure where it is. We'll come around and help you. From some prominent members.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah?
Well,
Oh, to yourself. You have to figure out the context.
About a yellow star. It must be throwing salt onto their wounds.
upper levels of Hungarian police. They wanted to know what he thought of the situation. My father's view was that it was not all bleak, or perhaps he just did not want to discourage the others to stop.
The yellow star.
The yellow stars, so what? It's not nothing.
Do you remember what the Jews were forced to wear?
A yellow
Show
star.
Mm-hmm. The yellow star of David.
People going to the Father and talking about
That's our context. The Father says, a yellow star? So what? It's not lethal. What does lethal mean?
It's not legal.
What's lethal? If a snake bite
It's
is
not
lethal.
needed.
You don't think it's all bleak.
If a snake bites you and it's lethal,
Poisonous. It's not good.
deadly. Poisonous, deadly. That gunshot was lethal.
Okay, so what?
They would have yellow stars.
Oh, we're not putting it down yet.
Yeah, not yet. Give me a chance to talk through it. Okay, let's bring it back up to the front. Great. You guys have quick response time. I like that. So what's the context? What does the father say right before Ellie observes, poor father, of what then did you die? Yvonne?
Father is saying, son, sound like perhaps it's not all bleak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not all bleak, or perhaps he just did not want to discourage the others.
Yeah, the father's saying it's not that bad. We've been arrested, but it's not bad yet. What other details are in the paragraph before? What else did you find? Destiny?
The yellow star. He said, so what? It's not lethal. It's not. It's not poisonous. It don't really matter, I guess.
It's not poisonous, it's not deadly. We talked about lethal being deadly. A lethal gunshot would mean you die from it. So the father's saying, don't worry. It's just a yellow star we have to wear on our jacket. It's not that bad. So our context is that the Jews what do the Jews have to do now?
Where
The
star?
yellow star.
Wear the yellow star. So remember, I'm going to abbreviate. I'm going to write it short in our notes. We can make it extend to a whole sentence in the paragraph. So I'm going to put where, and then I'm going to draw the star to remind myself. And the Star of David, I usually draw a triangle facing down,
Hold on.
triangle facing up.
Yep.
Yep. Have to wear a star.
Wait, why did you do that? I can't draw the star yet.
If you want to write out star, you can. If it's easier to do a visual, you can do that too.
Well, how do you draw that?
I do a triangle, that, and then a triangle over top of it, like that. One facing down, one facing up.
Can I do it?
Star.
Can I do it?
Or just write it out. So, in your own words, paraphrase, what's Ellie's father saying? In your own words, it's only a star, it's not lethal.
We don't need to wear it.
Thanks for clarity, Tanisha.
I think he's trying to say that we only gotta wear a star. It's not deadly, so just wear it.
We only have to wear stars, not deadly. Crystal, you have something to add to that? No? Yvonne?
He don't care.
Doesn't care, right? Not a big deal. So our paraphrase can be, we're talking about Ellie's father. Ellie's father. So everyone's copying this down. I'm going to put the star. The not. I'm going to use the not sign again to help me remember. You can put doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Or like you could just put not sign, big deal. In your own words. Alright, and finally, the significance. What does this mean? How is this ominous?
They can't.
Why does this matter? Think, quiet raised hand. Thank you, Destiny.
They can't wear what they want to wear now. They have to have the symbol that shows that they do.
They can't wear what they want to wear. They're starting to have restrictions on their clothes. What else is the significance? He says, poor father, of what then did you die? What's the significance of having to wear this yellow star? And the father's saying, don't worry about it. It's fine, guys. Don't worry. Devon?
I think the father's trying to say it's just a star, it's not really going to hurt you, so just go and wear it.
Is it going to hurt them?
Yeah.
No, it's going down later.
It says
Later?
die.
Reggie, how is it going to hurt them later? The Germans knew who the Jews were because they had a star. So they knew, oh, you're Jewish. Come with us to the concentration camps. If you weren't wearing a star, they might let you go. Oh, they're German. Don't worry about it. Oh, but you're wearing a star. You're wearing a star. You'll have to come with us, Michael. Sorry. Right? It was your symbol.
I don't get it.
Do you have a question? Come on, go ahead.
But I don't get it. If you were strong, that means you're good. But if you're not really strong, that means you're German. And if you're not really strong, you're German. That means you're Catholic, right?
Not necessarily Catholic. The star meant that you were Jewish. And if you weren't wearing a star, you'd probably be safe. So the star leads to their death, wearing this star. Even though it doesn't kill them, the patch doesn't kill them, right? The star doesn't kill them.
It still leads them to death because they still go to concentration camps.
So
But
our
can I
significance.
ask a question real quick?
You have a question, Destiny? Go ahead.
What I don't get is, what's the difference between the Jews and the Germans? How come the Germans don't have to go to concentration camps?
Because the Germans were the one in charge. The Germans were the ones sending the Jews to concentration camps. Germans, in this case, this was many years ago, but in the time of the book, the Germans are very much the bad guys. They're killing people, right? Germans now, we're friends with the Germans. They're fine. But back then, during the Holocaust, the Germans were the ones killing the Jews. So Ellie's father says it's not a big deal. Significance, it's actually a big deal. Star. I'm going to draw my arrow for what happens. The star will, yep, the star, discrimination. Discrimination. And the discrimination will lead to death. Right? Ominous.
Star.
Scary. Star. Or you could draw it. Make a note for yourself. Okay, now for the next few quotes. Yes, please. Yeah, we could do, for time's sake, we're going to break up the next 3 quotes into different groups. So, this table, you're going to take quote number 3. Okay, quote number 3. Everyone point to quote number 3? See? Yep, okay, we're good. Quote number 4 is this table. Find quote number 4 for me. Say those are quote number 4. No, which one are you right now? Quote number 4? Right, up, quote number 4. Yeah, right there. And you guys get quote number 5. Okay? So everyone circle quote number 5. You only have to do that one. Okay. Take the next 5 minutes to find the context, paraphrase, and significance of your quote with your group. Okay? Raise your hand if you have a question for us. Go. Alright, so Destiny, Michael, Nichelle. What's the first thing we do with the context?
So,
Go back. Yep, go back to where it's at. What page is it on?
21.
21. Good. Michael's already turned the page. Alright, Nichelle's ready to go. You finding yours? Your special teacher book, although I didn't make any notes on this page. I didn't make any notes on this page. I always make notes when I read. I'm gonna move this camera so I can work with you. Alright, so
I'm not shy.
you're not camera shy, and how that doesn't surprise
No,
me.
because I was a dancer.
You know what would make
I'm
you
still
good?
in. I'm working on my
Go to the
singing instead of my dancing.
Michael, record.
Right here.
Okay, so yep, it's at the top. You guys all have the hardest foot today. That's fine. I'll help you get that.
I'm gonna give you guys.
What's conflagration mean? That big word there. According to this bracket on your
Huge destructive fire.
huge destructive fire. Okay, the stars are but sparks. Those sparks of immense, huge destructive fire that was consumed.
We have two groups of people.
So
All
what's
these
her
are
context?
reasons.
What happened before?
So he's not going right now. Watch it.
So I'm backing up.
Right? So how would you write that in your context? Go to complication. Maybe conjugate, abbreviate.
She wanted him to stay.
No,
So what do you write?
I found out.
Possibly.
Alright, so in the I know that
What
any
kind of people?
conjure star does not matter. Oh,
I found that one. She wanted aliens from him. Okay. So
they would have to notify for objects.
they had to get him.
Okay, so here we go. Not quite like I
Where is not really gone. Where is not gone. It says it's gone, and that's gone. One can enter and leave as one.
Good.
Then we get them started.
And then it says that she came, she saw everything, everything is
So,
outside.
you know what's going on?
So they don't have to go to the
After this, we have to go to the
Yes,
after
she's
quote.
fine.
Inside the quote.
Michael, do you see where the setting is?
Alright, so we're trying to get ready.
Back up.
Transport. Ready to leave. Okay, so what should we say for content?
They did not pay attention. Oh, why did they not pay attention?
They're getting ready to leave the ghetto, right?
They're preparing.
She wanted them to come with
What do they
me,
look like?
so they won't die.
Prepared to leave ghetto.
Look at the quote. What does it say? What does it say?
That's for A. Good job, you guys.
Oh, she wasn't Jewish.
She's prepared to
Eat dogs.
leave ghetto.
She can get a
Okay,
shovel.
eat dogs, we're not.
She could be covered.
So, how do you say feel?
Lots of people.
Have you been to the dark?
For our context, how would you write that?
Major, how do you say feel? Say, not like something to say, feel like eating dogs.
Prepared to leave ghetto.
Eating those, not eating those.
That you hope
How do you think the Jews feel? Bad? Okay.
See if you can use
So,
that.
let's see, if bad is correct, let's see the descriptive word.
Okay.
How much have you used
Four-letter
for,
word.
to show me, yeah.
Everybody good on the context? Alright, then let's go next paraphrase. So our
Synonym is dream.
Signs of weirdness
Okay.
means what?
So they are without.
Tired.
Tired. Tiredness settles into our veins, our limbs, our brain, like molten lead. Okay, so what's that in your
I made it shorter because
Do they
Yeah,
have a lot?
they were all tired, right?
They have control of
A little bit tired or really tired?
really?
Good, so
Right.
that's your paraphrase.
Let's paraphrase.
Choose this one to really tired.
Choose who's really tired.
Which one makes more more sense to you?
how does she know about that happen if she's not
Teacher,
Jewish?
what teachers are we talking about?
I don't even know, I'm guessing it.
No,
Alright,
yeah,
so paraphrase what happened after the fourth word.
DC ready? DC, we're talking
How
about?
you paraphrase the one that's quoted in your readings.
Oh, so they won't die. So the Jews won't die.
Let's go back and read the
That's true.
quote.
Government is a form of what? What's in the P?
Politics.
Power. Power. So you say without power or
The stars
No, what? It's not.
The stars, but the stars were gonna be us.
Okay.
Which way this consideration
No,
be
no.
existing one day, nothing to be left in the sky but stars and
Really
eyes.
tired.
Okay, so
Give you a few more seconds to paraphrase.
This shows us that Jews are having a hard life.
They're having a hard time, right? Bad things are happening to them.
Hard start compared to like a big fire.
Jews are having a hard life.
A hard time.
Okay. So then
Stars, and a big fire.
you could say that the Jews are given a
stars are a big ball of hot
so that would be your
No,
Yeah,
not hot
yeah,
air.
they're way far away though, right?
Yeah, ball of fire.
God, right.
you get some what is it? What is the Jews do?
Hey, Michael, Uncle Ed, there's the start, shop back tomorrow.
They didn't choose you for free, but they chose to be like what? 4 letters.
Stars.
Home. Rhymes with home. What's the name?
Fire that was
You're not reading, we're giving up.
the fire actually consuming them.
I did this.
Stars.
Okay, page this. You remind these guys to do right now.
Why is that dangerous?
Fire is dangerous.
Hold on.
Fire is dangerous to have.
They're gonna die.
They look like decent dogs.
It's
These
fire,
dogs,
so.
are they happy? They have a
They
lot of
need to
Add one
feature?
more.
I ain't giving up hope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I ain't, that's all I had to say.
Death.
I know.
How would you put that in
I'm trying to
there?
be trying to answer, like, give it to you.
You could have said in Spanish. I still would got it, but I teach them.
I think we are.
One done? We're ready.
Good? Okay.
Oh, no,
Who wants to share our first?
Yeah.
Who wants to share our first?
Alright.
One of you do it.
Jews need to be saved.
Reader.
Good, yes, you are.
Somebody other than Jerry.
Oh, Jews will not be saved.
Why is that not?
So who else wants to answer circulation? What?
How about mine?
Okay, you want to? Okay, good. You're gonna share out for us. Okay.
All done.
They actually call, the flowers go right there.
Done, okay.
So,
Ty, your pencil is about to shorten out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
There was things crashing down. Like, talk your ear off, the girls sitting there.
You ready? You can go. You can go over it.
Okay, great. Do you have the pen?
Can I do number 5?
Yeah, we'll have it come over.
Okay.
All right, great. Let's come back together.